Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah wa kafa wa salatu wa salamu ala ibadihi alladhina astafa. Amma ba'du, farabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa ahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Wa qul rabbi adkhilni mudkhala sidqin wa akhrijni mukhraja sidqin waj'al li min ladunka sultanan nasira. Bismillah wa billah wa tawakkaltu ala Allah. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, we are talking and explaining verses of Quran, and we have reached verse number 83 of chapter Al-Baqarah, second chapter of the Holy Book of Quran, and we have almost translated and explained two part of the verse number 83, and almost a third of that is remained, and now we are going to translate it and explain it with the help of Allah, inshallah. First I recite the whole verse, and then we do from the phrase that we had left it in the previous session. Verse number 83 is saying, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, wa idh akhazna mithaqa bani Israil la ta'buduna illa Allah wa bil walidayni ihsana wa zil qurba wal yatama wal masaqin wa qulu lin nasi husna wa aqimus salata wa atuz zakata thumma tawallaytum illa qalilan minkum wa antum mu'ridun. In this verse, a complete package of a good society, or a complete picture of a good society, is painted by Allah, but with the special mechanism of practicing some deed in a special framework, and that will in consequence result in making and creating a good society, and that society will be a ladder for a man to exalt himself, to take him to loftiness and to the completion of his character and his personality, and it will dignify him and giving him a chance to make himself a complete man, who is the one can take the responsibility of being viceroy to Allah, that He has created man to be his viceroy, his Khalifa, of course. Viceroy means Khalifa, and there are discussion, so many of the views and religions that they are there, but now we are not to discuss those things, and we will discuss it whenever some of the verses will mention to that. Here, this compact, that is the mainstream compact, or the principal set of behaviors of a man, Allah is talking about them, and we have talked about this set of behaviors starting from the serving of Allah, being a good service to Allah. Then when it comes to the society, from the first people he meets, and they are parents, he should start his goodness, his good deed to them, then to relatives, kinsmen, then to orphans of the society, then to the masakin of society, and at the fifth level we are talking now, fifth of the level is to give his good services and good deed to common folk, common people, all the mankind. And Allah is saying, Wakulu linnase husna. And Kulu linnase husna means talk to the people good talk. You, when treat people, treat them with a good treatment. Of course, as we know, or as we should know, that in Arabic, Kala yakulu, this verb is standing in the place of doing things. It stands in the place of fa'ala yaf'ulu. Wherever it can be used fa'ala yaf'ulu, in the kala yakulu can replace it, and of course not every time, and because every word has its own specifications and its own merits, but it stands at its place in giving part of the meaning, and that gives. So here when Allah is saying Wakulu linnase husna, it does not mean that in treatment you treat them bad, but in saying, say to them good saying and good words, you use it. No, not that meaning. Meaning is that Allah wants everybody to treat all those people with good deed, and this is what Allah is to say, and only not uttering some good words is meant here. So we should be more careful and see it. And what I said, that Kala stands for Fa'ala, it means it is the thing that is it can be extracted, and that can be gained and can be reached when we research the other usage of Kala in the Holy Book of Quran. As for just comprehending, making it comprehension for everybody, I should say that if somebody thinks, he says that I say, or he says, or if somebody has written something, you can say he said, while he did not said, he has written. Or even some other work that somebody has done it, then you can say he has said. And the same is Kala yakulu. Here Allah is saying Wakulu linnasi husna. You should say good to people, utter good words, and the meaning is that you treat them with good of your behavior, and your behavior towards nas and towards all people should be very good. Husna. Ihsan and Husn, they have differences. At the first four level, they were there it was used Ihsan, and here it is used Husn, and that is different. Ihsan, when it is used, it means that you take that goodness from you and approach with that goodness to other people, and your goodness should be transferred from you to them. That is the thing. Your goodness should be transferred to them. That is ihsan. But when to the common folk, to the common people, all of the mankind, Allah is not demanding ihsan. Here Allah is demanding husn, and that is that you should be a good one of that society. You are being good, not disturbing other, not teasing other, being good with your neighbor, being good with your friends, being good with your fellow man, fellow worker, or fellow in any place, you are good. If you are good and not hurting them, not disturbing them, not making trouble for them, so you are a good man, and that is what Allah is meaning by Kulu Linnasi Husna. So we should see the delicacy and the sharpness of the meaning that Allah is differing from that four folk that were before and the fifth of the folk which are totally common men. So it means that somebody should be part of society, that society is not in trouble from this man. This man is a part of the tranquility of the society, and he is not that disturbing. He is not as those who are making trouble for other problems. He is not creating problem. So in this one phrase, Allah had included all the crime, all the wrongdoing, all the evil practices, all those things that can make problem for society or can cause some tribulation or agony or misery or chaos or these kind of things. All those are negated in one phrase, or are included, that man should be husn for others, all of the people. Here, when we reach here, there is a question arises, and question is that, oh Allah, these are so many hard responsibilities you are putting on the weak shoulder of a man. A man is very weak, as he is weak from his physical existence, and his bodily he is not so much strong. Internally, from soul and spirit, he is much weaker than his bodily status. So he is at the first step, he does not like to give anyone anything. He is in a situation of thinking and mindset, that the weak mindset that he have, he likes everything for himself, for starting from parents and then relative and then orphan and then masakin, and then also it needs a strength and it needs some power of soul, and he is not having them and he is void. So what he should do and how can he deal with all this situation? So Allah is giving a curement for that, a remedy or a rehearsal or something, that a practice that he should do that, and he should gain power, be strong and have energy, then he will be able to do all those responsibility, and he will come out of those responsibility as successful. And those that thing that makes a man strong and can give him power and energy, and he is now energetic and he can do more than that what is mentioned here. Allah gives the remedy, and because it takes some time to explain that remedy or that curement or that power tonic, or we can say the power capsule that are told here to be taken by man. So we will discuss it in the next session with the help of Allah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah bless you all.